Hey friends, it is Tracy. This is my spending recap. I'm also going to show a little bit of Happy Mail, aka some digitals that I bought on Etsy. It is late on Sunday. I've had a very long weekend. And so I'm going to try to make this really quick. I'm going to try to not edit. We'll see if that works out for me or not. All depends on if I sneeze during this. My allergies have been crazy. So jump right in. We are going to show the printables that I found on Etsy. I do have some physical Happy Mail, but I'm going to save that for a different video because I'm just tired and not today. And then I'll go over my spending recap for the week. All right. So first up, I have Let's Toast the New Year. This is from Liz and Les. I am obsessed with this challenge. I don't know why. I think it's so cute. It's been around. It's nothing new. But I love it. And so I printed it. I did shrink it down to the A5 size. She gives you all the different versions. So I picked the A5 one. Love it. Next up is JoJo's Money. So again, this one's a full sheet, but I printed it so that it would be A5 size. And it's a $500 Christmas challenge. I just think it's so cute. So it's the trees and the stockings. It's a color in one with the amounts below. I just think it's super cute. So that's from JoJo's Money. Next up is from Teach Save Travel. When I saw this one, I was like, oh my gosh, this is my Ollie Bear, my little puppy, and it's a Frenchie in Paris. I mean, my niece would get such a kick out of it because we'd always talk, Ollie, you give dogs voices, right? And we would always make him French and we'd be like, wee wee, ho ho. And so when she made this, I was like, I had to. I just had to. And it's $5 each one. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 50. So it's a $100 challenge, all in fives. Teach, Save, Travel. Oh, so adorable. And again, it comes bigger, but I am shrinking these down to fit my needs. That is the beauty of printer settings. You can make them work with what you want. Next one up is from Cindy Cat Budgets. This is her cookie, chocolate chip cookie challenge. I have been eyeing this one up, I think, for probably a year plus at this point. And I decided I need to get it. I just want to buy it. I was always nervous because it's a $350 one. But I'm like, you know what? I can do it. I can do it. Maybe it's a slow and steady one, but I can do it. And so I had to get it. My stepdad, every time it's someone's birthday, he always does the cookie emoji. It's like his thing. And so we have like group family text, and whenever it's a birthday come up, it's cookies everywhere. So I had to get it. So Cindy Cat Budgets at this is a printable. Again, it's a full sheet. I shrunk it down to A5. I made it fit what I wanted. All right, this next ones are 3 packs, and the camper, I thought it was so pretty. So this is from Carmen, the Humble Budgeter. She has the ones with a couple twos in there. So a $30, a $70, and $125 challenge. I just love the watercolor. It just travel vibes, camping, outdoors. And then she does give you the dashboard to go with it. So it does print out. You could cut that out then and put in your envelope. So pretty. And then she also had this like cookie shop. I don't know. It just reminded me like a small town where you'd walk around to the different shops and you could buy cookies at this one and ice cream shakes. You know what I mean? Like the different types. I just think it's so cool. So 30, 50, and 125. Oh, just so pretty. And again, this one comes with the dashboard. Bakery Savings Challenges. All right, Madeline Budgets. So she did these cozy cabins. Aren't they pretty? I don't know. We're going into winter and I'm just getting that like cozy, comfy vibe feelings all around. So when I saw this, I was like, yep, have to have. So Madeline Budgets, yes. And then she also did a camping trip one, and I just thought this was cute too, with the tents. So I like this one as well, so I bought this one too. Yay! I just think they're so pretty. And then last but not least, I have actually had this one. So I was talking to Liz over at Liz and Les, and she's like, I went through my Etsy and found all my digital downloads of ones I haven't printed or haven't done yet or want to redo in prep for 2024. And I was like, oh my gosh, I should do that too. And I realized I had this Yahtzee one in there from Janelle Ray Budgets. I love the game of Yahtzee. I think this is such a cool savings challenge. You literally would play it and then save the score. So you'd save the dollar as you save it. Does that make sense? I don't know. This is going to be unedited, hopefully. So you guys are just going to have to go with it. But I just think it's so cool. And so I printed it and I was like, you know what? Go check out your Etsy. Go see if you have digital downloads that you either haven't downloaded in a while or you've never downloaded. Like, you could easily be like me and stuff just sits in there. And if I forget about it, it just gets buried because I shop in there too much. But it was a great time to do that, refresh, prepping for next year, seeing what I already have so I don't have to rebuy stuff. Okay. Anyways, that was awesome. Happy mail. Super, super loved it. Okay, so expense tracking. So this is our spending for the week. I will say it's going to be a little bit different because we had my grandma's funeral on Friday and I had to buy clothes for it. We had family in town. So things were just a little bit different. And it's kind of why I'm like super exhausted right now. Funerals are emotionally draining. It's just a lot. It's a lot to process. It's a lot of family. It's a lot of moving pieces. And I actually took a nap today. Instead of recording, I took a nap. And I'm not a napper. But I think my body just needed it. It needed to like take in the weekend and like refuel itself. So hence why I'm recording late and hence why I'm trying to make this a quicker video because I need to get my rest. I'm just tired. Okay, so on Sunday, we went to a bar called Stanley's. It's in Northeast Minneapolis. We haven't been there in years, so we thought, hey, why not go back there? I put under food, $105, because we went there with the intention to have food. We did have a couple drinks, too. But the main purpose was for food. And then we stopped at Cheers on the way home because my husband wanted to have a couple drinks. He paid for the bill, but I threw in $5 of our money towards the tip. He paid the rest of it, but he wanted $5 more for the tip just to give it a good amount. On the 27th, I went to Macy's. I needed to buy a dress for my grandma's funeral. I had a dress that could have maybe worked, but my husband's like, why don't you go look? Because it would have worked, but it wasn't like perfect. You know what I mean? So $129. Of course, the dress I picked out was the one that was not on sale, which at Macy's is like really hard to believe, but I loved it. I just went with it. After picking out a dress, I went and picked up some Spanish food for us. So there's a restaurant that cooks food from Spain and it's so good. It's becoming one of my favorite places. $42 for that. Amazon clothing. So I needed to buy some tights to go with my dress. That was $12. I don't think I've worn tights in over 10 years, if I'm being honest. It was a good choice because it's cold out. But yeah, man, if you feel like you're wanting to ever know what it's like to be a sausage, when you're putting your body through tights, you feel exactly how the meat feels when it's getting stuffed in casings. But it held everything together. And then clothing. So I needed to buy shoes. I didn't own any black dress shoes. I know half of you guys are like, what? You don't have black dress shoes? No, I have like 2 shoes. I have my sandals in the summer and I wear those as soon as the snow melts all the way till the snow starts again. So I am still wearing my sandals in December because we don't have snow on the ground. And then I have these brown boots that I wear in the winter time. So yes, I'm not a shoe person, but I did buy some shoes off Amazon. Luckily they worked. They were comfortable. They fit perfectly. So yes. All right. We wanted to fill up gas in my husband's truck since we would be driving it out to the funeral and to the airport to pick up my sister who was flying in. It was just a lot of extra driving. So my grandma lived about an hour and 15 minutes out into the country from where we live. So yeah, we needed gas, $43. Went and got some Firehouse subs for lunch. That was $18. And then my life insurance came out. That's $36. I pay for life insurance for myself. I have a 20-year term and I want to say $250,000 policy. I can't remember. Gas for my car, so $24. So we wanted to make sure both vehicles were filled up because we didn't know which cars we'd be taking for different things. Like the airport, I probably would have taken my car because it's more gas efficient. But to the funeral, we were going to for sure take the truck because it's more comfortable. On the 30th, we went to Cheers. We wanted to just go out and have some drinks, get to the house a little bit before all the family arrived. That was $86. Had to drop my husband's suit off at the dry cleaners. So luckily we didn't have to buy clothes for him. He had everything he needed, but we needed to bring it to the dry cleaners because we hadn't washed it since the last time he wore it. Yeah, that's how often we dress up. That was $24. Picked up some Culvers. He wanted lunch. I think I just ate something at home. $15. Amazon, we just needed some house supplies. That was $80. Had to get some new filters for our vacuums. Just stuff like that. Experian credit monitoring subscription came out. That was $5. Snacks. Okay, so 12/1, this is the day of the funeral. Went to the funeral. Afterwards they had visitation, then they had the service, then we had lunch. The lunch, because I'm gluten-free, there wasn't a lot for me, so I had deli ham, and thankfully one of my cousin's husbands bought tortillas, corn tortillas for me, which was very, very sweet that he thought of me because he has an allergen as well, and so him and I usually share food. And let me tell you though, corn tortillas straight out of the package with no sauce and just deli ham, it was dry. It was so dry. So my lunch was deli ham, some corn tortillas, not cooked, and some pickles. So I did put the pickles on the ham to get some juice, but afterwards I asked my husband, can we stop and get a snack because I just need something to eat? And he was like, yep. It's kind of a routine for us because honestly a lot of times, because I don't want people to make accommodations for me, I will go with whatever, and then we will stop at a gas station and get me something. Target, got some food for $18. I think this was like half and half, just a few things that we needed to have on hand. And then I also bought some deodorant, so personal care, $26. I use the native deodorant, so it's like $13 deodorant, and I bought 2 of them, so $26. Culvers, then I picked up dinner, so I had dropped off my sister at the airport, and she flew back home, and on the way home, my husband was like, what do you want for dinner? I was like, I don't want to cook, I'm just so tired, so tired. And so we picked up Culver's, and it was the best decision ever. Fudge. So before I dropped my sister off at the airport, here was my Saturday. Woke up, met my family for brunch. Well, should we go backwards? So Friday was the funeral service, blah, blah, blah. Friday night, we ended up having dinner with my mom, stepdad, and all my siblings, since we were all in town, which is rare for all 5 of us siblings, and our significant others to be in town together. So we did dinner. Then Saturday we did brunch, met up some of us, not all of us, because some had to fly home already. And then after brunch, we decided we were going to go to a brewery that was hosting a Nordic Christmas market. And it ended up being so cool. But I bought fudge there, so that was $4. But it was all these different shops, and it was stands and products that were representing Nordic countries. So Norway, my brain is done. Finland, you know what I mean. I don't want to edit this, and we're just gonna go with it. yeah. So these are kind of my day for the week. And then I went and checked my checking account. So a lot of this is done on my credit card, but we do some transactions on our checking account. So I did see that we did Qdoba for $15, and that was on the 29th. So I'm adding that in. And then Hy-Vee, I got groceries on the 28th for $23. So total for food was $278. Total for fun was $91. Personal care was $26. House supplies was $80. Transportation, $67. We had to get gas. That was a big one. Clothing, $215. This is my first clothing tracking, you guys. And subscriptions was $5. And insurance, $36. So my total spending for the week was $798, which honestly is really, really good. I mean, if you look at food and fun, these are super low. And I will say my mom paid for our dinner on Friday night, and she paid for our brunch on Saturday, and my sister paid for our drinks at the brewery. So with all these different family members chipping in on different things, it actually stayed pretty low. But it was good to see everyone, but I'm just tired. So I'm going to wrap this up, say thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed the shorter video. I am not going to edit it. I'm just going to leave it be, and I hope you guys are okay with that. But I will see you guys on Wednesday. Thank you. Goodbye.